James, congratulations on promotion in the Central Taxis First Division. Your thoughts on that?
It's something that we probably set out to achieve right at the start, so it's good to know that we'd be going up and we made, achieved that objective. I think now we're trying to kick on, and if we can win one of our next 2 away games and beat Easthouses, then we'll go up as winners. But I've said for a while it's been quite difficult because Easthouses have been on better form marginally than us. However, they lost their first game last week, so it's all to play for.
Obviously, just in terms of our involvement in the East of Scotland League setup, do you feel it has been beneficial to the players?
I think it has. I think on paper, fans will look at Hibs are playing Eyemouth, for example, away on Saturday and say, well, we must win that game. But unless you're at the games, you don't see the difference in quality and pitches and surroundings. So it's been good in terms of the players' development. I think sometimes they get criticised for having the best of facilities, although the club have invested in these facilities, and personally I think it's fantastic that they've done that. But some people criticise it and think that things are too good down at the training centre. Well, these young players have been exposed this season to going away in changing rooms that are no bigger than your living room, 2 showers to share between 16 people, and cold showers and muddy pitches and tight pitches, and the ball basically doesn't roll on them. So in terms of their development, I think they've been able to see all sides of the game, and it's certainly been worthwhile.
Do you feel it's also highlighted the competitiveness of the matches, has highlighted the quality in junior football here in Scotland, because there are a lot of good players playing in the East of Scotland League?
Well, that's right. I mean, we speak about maybe the quality of surface and facilities, not quite what these boys are used to. That's not to say that they're all really bad. We've went and been welcomed by a lot of good clubs, a lot of nice people, and they're happy to have Hibs on their doorstep, and it attracts a wee crowd for them. And as well as that, they've also played some good football at times themselves, and it's been, for our young players, they've come out with under-17 football, and maybe what, again, fans don't realise that they don't play competitive football under 17, 15, all the way down. So the first competitive game for some of these players has been an East of Scotland game. So it's been welcome to the real world, really, where it's fast flowing and tackles flying in all over the place, and you're playing against teams that want to beat you every week. And to be honest, our boys have experienced probably what it's like to play for the Old Firm or the top 4 in England, where you've got to win every game. You're expected to win every week you go and play. So there's been that pressure that they're not used to as well. So there's all sorts of things mentally and psychology side of the game that they've experienced this season that maybe they wouldn't have got if they hadn't entered this league.
As manager as well, it's kind of given you the opportunity to pick probably the strangest Hibs side ever seen, with a schoolboy playing alongside a Scotland international, and then obviously Kevin Thompson playing against Hoyk on the Saturday and being called up for Scotland on the Monday. It's thrown up a few oddities along the way, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, the season has had a few stories to it. From start to finish, we've had really young teams and coped well with teams playing in the league above us. We've had Kevin Thompson and Tim Clancy, Fraser Mullen, Paul Kearney, first team players playing, but we've also had Kevin Walk who's 15, Ben Stirling's 15, Ollie Shaw's 15. So it's been a real mixture for us, but that's football, and it's good that the club have got top players from top to bottom who are keen to play and show a good attitude to play.
And obviously top of the Central Taxis First Division, and on course to hopefully win the title, but also in the SPFL Under-20 League, we won again. Impressive 3-1 win at St Johnstone. Your thoughts on that?
Really pleased with that, actually. I thought that was going to be a real tough game for us, and taking away the first 10-15 minutes, we played really good football in the first half, and we're 3-0 up at half time. We could look to perfect things and say the second half wasn't as good. Obviously it wasn't, but we were quite in control, and as I said to the players after the game, it was good to see them play with a smile on their face. They looked like they really enjoyed the game and scored good goals. Yeah, we're disappointed to concede towards the end, but we take a 3-1 win away from home. And in terms of the league, I still maintain it's not about winning it, but we're hanging in there, and we're definitely going to have a say in who does win it. For us to finish third 3 years in a row would be an incredible achievement. With all the players that we've used in those 3 years, we keep changing the team, and the preparation's not great at times, and it's like an old-fashioned sort of reserve game for us. But the boys keep producing. So with 8 games to go, we hopefully win as many points as we can, and our objective would be to finish third. If we can beat Rangers and Celtic, who knows what happens.
You've mentioned before that it's not about championships, it's about the development of players and preparing them properly to be hitting the ground running when they are called up for the first team. It must have been pleasing again then to see Jason Cummings scores a winner against Celtic, then on the Saturday he's picked in the starting lineup.
That's right. I mean, Jason's involvement in the first team this season has been a massive bonus for himself and for me and the rest of the boys to kick on so quickly in his early career at Hibs. There's a lot more to come from him, and I'm just hoping if he can get a goal at the first team, then they start flooding in. But fair play to him, he's working hard and he's trying to keep in there.